And as many of you are using volume for your tracking solution, that's what I'll be using in this demonstration also. So to set up a traffic source on volume, you would click on Traffic Sources, New Traffic Source, and then assign an appropriate name for the traffic source. www.Promoter will work fine. And then you would go under here and click on the little gear icon beside Advanced to open up all these token fields. Then you would go back to your campaign settings page and you'll see a list of tokens here. You can pick and choose which tokens you want to track. There are 10 slots here, and there are more than 10 tokens available. So you would want to choose the ones that are not tracked by volume automatically. Volume will track stuff like IP address, operating system, device type, browser. I think that might be it. Oh, or maybe timestamp. Yeah, timestamp. So these you can track or not track, but the really important things that you absolutely need to track, that volume will have no way of tracking otherwise, are sub ID and where's the other one? Yeah, there's a new one that they just added. It's channel ID. I don't know why it's not in the list, but channel ID is important. Channel ID and sub ID are associated with placements, and I'll go into that later. But yeah, when in doubt, you can just replicate what tokens I have listed on here. And don't forget to assign a sensible name to each of these. You can just use the original token names, uh, as long as you recognize them, because these are what you'll see when you're drilling down into data. As for parameter, you can just put the same thing. They don't really matter. They're just the parameters in the campaign URL when the tokens are passed. And of course, don't forget to check mark these little boxes or these tokens won't be tracked. And lastly, click Save. And you're done. And after you've set up a campaign, or sorry, after you've set up the traffic source and volume, you can then click on Campaigns and New Campaign. Choose www.Promoter, our country, which is Spain. We can assign it the same name as here. Whoops, this one. And you can assign it anything, basically. I'm just going to pick an Afflo link. I mean, you'll know how to set up your own campaigns and what landing pages and offers you want to run and so on. So save, and I'll get this campaign URL. Oops. Copy URL. And I would paste it into here finally. For pop type, you can basically select any of these. You can do your own testing, see which ones give you the best results, or set up several different campaigns, each targeting a separate pop type. But basically, you will get the same amount of traffic, whichever pop type you choose, because with www.Promoter's pop technology, the way they set it up with the publisher sites is that whichever format you select, um, the ad will show up at the publisher site as that format. So if I choose pop under, or pop up, or pop tab, uh, they will appear on the same placements, but as the different pop types. So it will appear as the pop type that I specify. So that's how it works. The total amount of traffic for these options will be the same. And then we get to specify our geo. You can choose between include and exclude. So if you choose include, whichever geos you specify below will be included in the targeting. If you click exclude, the geos you specify here will be excluded, and any other geo and every other geo will be included. So we want to include. I think most people will want to choose include, and we said we'd be targeting Spain. Don't forget to click this little plus sign here, or your choice will not get registered. And you actually have these bulk options as well, where you can just add tier 1 countries, tier 2, tier 3 countries. So that's another option you can play with. And then we click next.